What is going on? You're listening to episode 176 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh. On this very special episode, I was a guest on the Nintendo Jump podcast. So you guys can make sure to subscribe and check them out on iTunes, Google Play. And this was a really fun episode, so I hope you enjoy it. And thanks for listening.
Hello and welcome to a live episode number 33 of the Nintendo Jump podcast. We are a weekly discussion podcast created for Nintendo gamers by Nintendo gamers. Because it's live, I can actually say it is February 7th. So my name is Daryl, if you didn't already know. And today I'm once again joined by Sergio.
Hey man, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, bud?
Doing well. You know, it just dawned on me earlier that it's already February. I need to change my calendar. I have a calendar with just images of KK Slider, and it's still showing January, so that's in the past.
Dude, we're a quarter of the way through February. And I'm also, as always, joined by Kevin. How you doing, man?
What's good, man? You know what? I gotta say, not 5 feet away, but a foot away, I have one of my favorite things to drink in the world, kombucha. It's called Clear Mind because I'm here with the Clear Mind ready to go. Shout out to the Brew Doctor. That's the brand of the kombucha. You know, I mentioned this before where I ran out of kombucha one time, so I had water. But today I'm ready to go. I got kombucha, man. And for those who don't know what kombucha is, it is brewed tea. It has really good. It has really good qualities to help.
This episode is sponsored by.
Yeah. Welcome to the Kombucha Jump podcast.
It has probiotics that will help your digestion. So that's all I gotta say. And good to hear y'all again. So,
all right, and today we also have a very, very special guest. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome N64 Josh to the show. Josh, how you doing, man?
What is going on, boys? I've got my kombucha also. I'm
nice,
but yeah, so good to be here. Really glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Awesome.
Yeah. So before we get too far into it, I have to imagine a lot of people know already who you are. But I mean, Josh, put yourself over. Like, where can people find you? What do you do? What's your life like?
Yeah, most of my content's over at Farmers Only. I spend a lot of time trying to grow relation. No, I'm just kidding. N64josh.com is kind of the hub for all my content. I'm kind of a content machine. I put out a lot of podcasts. I put out a lot of YouTube videos, and I live stream as often as possible on Twitch. So, yeah, between writing articles and recording podcasts, I rarely find time to actually just play video games.
Yeah, it's amazing. The more you get into talking about video games, the less you actually play.
Exactly.
Yeah, so definitely what's your Twitter account? And definitely want to get people over to following you if they're not already.
It's at N64Josh everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, Twitch. It's all at N64Josh.
Nice.
Awesome. And I mean, the big news, and you were talking about this before, you just had a book come out, didn't you?
I did. I just wrote a book. It's not super long. It's if you guys prefer audio, it's about a 2-hour audiobook. And it's called Another Castle. And it's my journey with depression, disappointment, and kind of overcoming those things. And it's all illustrated by Super Mario Brothers. And it's also talks about like the side hustle, you know, like we're content creators and we looking, maybe that's where more of our passion lies versus in our day-to-day, just our regular day jobs, you know? And so, right. I kind of get into that and you know how to grow a brand and that kind of stuff is kind of covered there, and I also look at the just the history of Nintendo, right? And like it didn't hit me until after I wrote the book that there was a point in Nintendo's history that I had actually would love the opportunity to talk to somebody from that time period to find out how they felt when they were denied the rights to Popeye. Right, because I don't know if you guys know this, but when Radar Scope was failing and not making them any money in the arcades, that's when Shigeru Miyamoto decided it was time to they had to have a plan B, and so Miyamoto wanted to take Popeye and turn it into a game, and Nintendo had already had some workings with that brand before. And what they basically said, no, you can't use Popeye, which was probably the best. No, if you think about it now, and I wish I had caught this for the book. If you think about it now, it's the best no that Nintendo could have had, because Donkey Kong is what became instead of Popeye, right? Donkey Kong was birthed from the fact that they said no to Popeye. And because of Donkey Kong, we got Mario. And because of Mario, you have probably the biggest brand icon in history. You know, I would say it's bigger than Mickey Mouse at this point.
I would 100% agree.
So it's things like that, you know, like sometimes we hear no's or we have things that are disappointing. And what I call those in the book is another castle moments, where it's like, okay, I guess the journey continues, right? Well, in that case, that no was literally the best thing that could have happened for Nintendo, because we may not have Mario in the capacity we do now because of that no.
Yeah, for sure. Or we would have Super Popeye Brothers at this point.
Yeah, right. Just eating spinach and getting big arms.
That is awesome. Just one more time. Your book is titled Another Castle. Where can people find it?
Yeah, n64josh.com/anothercastle.
Awesome. That's awesome. I want to pick it up myself. So
yeah, the first chapter is available for free too, if you just want to be able to see, you know, like, can this guy write? Because I honestly never thought I would write anything, to be perfectly honest, right? I'm just like, hey, you know what? I'm going to start writing books, and so this is the third one that I've done, and they keep getting longer every time, and you know, it's just one of those crafts that you just kind of work on, and thankfully I have a lot of good people that will help me edit, and I don't have to be the best writer ever, because there's people that will help me. So that's nice.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
I really like your message, and I think there's an underlying notion of Another Castle. It's not just about the result. I think it's about the process, and it seems like you're very embedded in, you know, making sure that if you have a good process going, good things will happen, even if you encounter a no, because that no is not the end of the world. That no can lead to, like you said, Donkey Kong or Mario. I mean, that's just, I think it's a good message. And yeah, I honestly, I'm going to buy your book after this live podcast. So I'm ready to go, man.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're exactly right. Like, that's what I always tell people, like, cause I have I'll have people ask, like, hit me up in my Discord and be like, man, I'm bummed out right now. Like I'm dealing with depression and things like that. And I'm like, well, let's just break it down. Like, what is it that's bumming you out? And a lot of times it's the fact that we're looking at a goal that we haven't yet attained, and we don't love the process of getting there. And if you can fall in love with the process and realize that there's really nothing that can stop you, as long as you're patient and grateful, you're going to succeed. But it could take years. It literally could take years. And so you have to be okay with that fact. If you can embrace that fact that it's going to take years, that you got to be patient and you got to be grateful, there's nothing that can stop you. And I know that's hard. That's super hard, because there's times that it's like, yeah, but I need money right now, and it's like, okay, well, I mean, if that's the case, I'm just going to take a little quick, just this real quick tangent, because this is super cool. I had somebody on my Instagram comments. Every time I would post something, they would say, man, I really wish I had a Switch, right? Like, and I don't know what they were getting at, but I just told them, I said, look, man, if you want to get a Switch, go on to Craigslist free and get the items for free and go sell them on the Facebook Marketplace. And about 2 weeks passed and he messaged me and said, I have a Switch now because of you. Thank you.
Man.
Right.
Yeah.
So now the money situation for him isn't as much there. Hopefully he keeps doing that, has a little side hustle going. And now if he has, so if you're in the same boat, you're like, you need cash. Well, there's a way to make a little bit of extra cash, a couple $100 a month, maybe. And then focus on your side hustle and don't put so much pressure on what you're doing and on yourself, because I talk about in the book, but like we pick up this burden of I'm a failure because I haven't succeeded. And it's like, wait a minute. I illustrate with the game. I'm like, do you start a new game and go, I'm a failure, I haven't beat this yet? You're like, no, you're getting into the process and you're about to enjoy the journey.
Right.
And life is really no different. Like just take each step, enjoy the process, learn along the way, be patient, be grateful, and you'll knock it out of the park.
Yeah, that is, man.
I knew I wanted to have you on this show. I knew it.
You are a perfect guest for this show, man. And I appreciate the message that you brought, especially with failure. I mean, it just came up. I just pulled out my Instagram this one quote that I wrote on the board like a few years ago. And it's by Conan O'Brien, a very famous comedian and a talk show host. Mm-hmm. And he said this in a 2011 Dartmouth College commencement address. And he said that it is our failure to become our perceived ideal that ultimately defines us and makes us unique. It's not easy, but if you accept your misfortune and handle it right, your perceived failure can become a catalyst for profound reinvention. And I think that quote stuck with me throughout like just the past several years for me. And when I think of what you said, I think of this quote, and it's awesome that you are so, engulfed in this process and being able to just be able to inspire people. And I think it's amazing. And, it gets me pretty riled up, or pretty hyped up actually, just to hear, I almost said the wrong word, just
We're
to
about
get
to fight.
Yeah, but no, it's definitely inspiring. And, thank you. Thank you, Josh.
It's my pleasure, man. I've literally walked in depression for like basically 10 years, right? Especially once I hit 30, I was like, well, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. And and I'm going to be 38 in like 2 weeks. And I was like, I've literally been miserable since that time. And it's taken a toll on my family. It's taken a toll on coworkers, everything. And when I finally realized that, like, hey, I don't need to carry that burden of being a failure. It's just because I'm not there yet that I was able to let it go and start enjoying the journey. And it has had a positive effect on everything I'm doing. I'm more excited about the content I'm doing. I mean, guys, I'm getting up at 3:30 in the morning and sometimes working till midnight doing my regular job and then streaming and then getting videos out, that kind of stuff. And I'm pumped to get up the next day. This isn't every day, but there are days that I'm like, by the time I'm done answering everybody on Instagram and getting into those comments and trying to build community there, it's like, I gotta go to sleep. 3.5 hours is not a lot.
Well, that's the kind of secret that, we started this little podcast just as a way to have some fun and talk about video games and such. But as soon as we started trying to like grow it and get bigger and kind of get our names out there, man, it's hard. It is hard. It's not an easy thing to do. And I'm really proud of exactly where we are and what we've built. I think we have among the best Discord channels on the internet right now.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. It's some of my best friends that I've never met. And I feel like we are growing and getting better, but this was just kind of a whim to us. We just kind of wanted to do it. And it's been a rewarding experience. So like somebody like you, I mean, you've got shows all over the place. When we were hyping up that Smash Crew battle, I honestly wasn't sure what to call your show because you got about 4 of them. Eventually, I just called it the N64 Josh community. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely inspiring. I'm glad to have you, man. This is cool,
dude. I'm so glad to be here, and honestly, cherish the time where it's small and you can communicate with everybody, because as things have started to grow, like it actually kills me that I can't even keep up with my Discord anymore. You know, and it actually, it really bums me out, but like I will get nothing done if I try. So I try to throw myself into the conversations when I can. And I don't want to be that guy that's just like, no, yeah, come follow me. Like, that's not it. Like, I want to be a part of the community as well. Like, that's, I love the community that has come together because of this stuff. But like growth is great, but at the same time, like I start to feel more and more disconnected, and it does make me a little sad.
Well, that's why we brought you over here.
I share the same sentiments with you, Josh. I mean, there are times, especially within the last couple months, where with work and just trying to, because I recently moved to Portland in last summer, and I kept it pretty quiet for a while, and then I started talking about it, and it kind of scared me because when I first moved up here, I knew nobody, and I was just trying to figure out like my social circle. Even though I had my close friends back home in California, like I was just trying to figure out my life, and with doing this podcast, and I told these guys before, like it's therapy to me. It's amazing that we have really good people here that support us, even from, I can't imagine, like we get fan mail from Europe, like from Iceland and like in Finland. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just the thought of getting that, it's like, holy shoot. I can't even imagine.
It's safe.
Yeah. Anyway.
So one thing, I mean, we do have kind of an impartial guest here, so I'm going to try to leave this as impartial as possible. We've had we're going to get into this. So this is an episode of debates, but we've had a raging debate in our Discord community lately. And Josh, I'm going to ask you kind of cold turkey. Sorry about this, but I'm going to ask you to help us settle it. If you could look at the chat right now, I'm going to ping you a word. I would like for you to pronounce it for us, please. There you go.
Oh, man.
So I would say Hylian.
Oh, no. That's the wrong way.
Oh, no.
That's incorrect.
Yeah. Settled.
I'll be wrong too. It's fine.
It's all good. Yeah.
Hey, fair enough. The judge has spoken. I will let it go. Although I will never affect my pronunciation of the word Helian. Never, ever, ever.
Oh, Helian.
All right. So with all of that said, let's go, Kevin. What is 20 minutes into this episode? What is our actual topic this week?
Well, we got something different for y'all today. We haven't done this before, and especially with an awesome guest like N64 Josh, we got something called a metagame. It's a party game that gets you talking. I'm just reading from the website, so because I think it's the best description about it. The metagame is the ultimate cure for awkward silences. It sparks conversation about everything from high art to trashy entertainment and everything in between. It's not about knowing facts. It's about having opinions and sharing them with your friends. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be sharing some opinions with different games and stuff. And that's all I know about it. So I just want to say shout out to metagame.com, the creators who made metagame, for this awesome description that I'm reading from the website. And with that being said, Sergio, take it away with the rules.
Sure, definitely. And just a little note, shout out to the Go Nintendo podcast. Honestly, they're the ones that played this game many years ago, and they kind of gave us the idea, I guess, years later to try it out. So basically, we're going to pull a Sony. We're going to do something that someone else has already done, and we're going to give it a 10% twist.
Ooh, we're gonna hike up the price and sell it for double. all the money.
Here we go.
No, just kidding. So, what is the metagame? Oh, and by the way, if you like the metagame, you can check it out, and you can buy a copy for yourself. There's expansions, and I just noticed that it's not only for video games. They have the metagame for anything you can think of: movies, music, anything. So it's basically a debate game. Now, how are you going to be playing? Here is what's going to happen. Each of us are going to be assigned 3 game cards. They are random. They include games, fairly common games that we know: Mario, Sonic, Pokemon. I went through the cards and I filtered out any games that are very unrelated to Nintendo. I left a few of the big guys like Halo, you know, the ones that we know enough about to sort of include in the mix. So all of us are going to get 3 game cards. Then we're going to get a question card. And those questions are basically something like, which of these games is better for multiplayer? Which of these games has more replay value? Etc. So we're going to think about our answer for a little bit. We're going to pick one of our 3 games and we're going to present basically an argument. You're going to debate for your answer. Why it's the best? Why is your answer correct? Now, your argument doesn't have to make sense. You can think outside the box. You can think in the box. You can become one with the box. You can do whatever you want. It depends on how you present yourself and how we see your argument. So even if you want to argue that Halo is the best game for children, go ahead. As long as you make a good argument, you make a good case, you could win it. And so, yeah, that's how we're going to play.
Sweet.
And I'm just going to say, when we're trying to determine winners, we have enough listeners here. And like I did mention this is a live show. What I mean is we do have listeners from our Discord community commenting on the show as we go. You guys will help us vote for the winner. So this is going to be a fun time.
Right.
Here we go. Oh, yeah.
So here we go. I'm going to assign some of the games. These have been pre-shuffled. No cheating or anything. No biased. So let's start with Daryl. So these are going to be your games, and then keep them in mind for the first question that we get. So your games are Words with Friends.
Hey.
Man. Uncharted 2.
Oh, what? Yo, I want that game. Oh, come on now. All right.
No, sorry. And
It's all good.
Crayon Physics Deluxe.
Ooh, okay.
There you go.
All right. Now, are these going to be my games for the entire time, or are they going to be shuffled later on?
No, they're going to be shuffled each question.
And the actual title of the Crayon game is Crayon Physics?
Physics Deluxe, yes.
Okay.
Wow, never heard that one before.
So, Josh, I'm going to give you your 3 games.
All right, I'm ready.
The first one, Cave Story. Man, these are getting delayed. This will be good.
Ooh.
Can I go second here? Come on.
Your second game, Josh, is King's Quest.
Oh, wow.
Wow, classic.
And your third and last game, Pac-Man.
Oh, good. One I've played. Good.
All right, Kevin, here you go.
Yo, I'm ready.
Sid Meier's Pirates.
Oh, okay.
America's Army. Whatever that is.
Wait. Say
I
again?
thought you removed that kind of card there, sir. Yeah.
No, we're keeping it. America's Army. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, go with that. And
Wait, hold on. Before we continue, you mean Call of Duty? Because, I mean...
No.
Is that... Oh,
No.
man. All right. That's cool. All right. Okay.
And your third and last game is SimCity.
One game that I've actually played. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Well, you got me beat then. No, I have played Words with Friends, in fairness. Okay, fair enough.
And now my games. I am getting Nintendogs. Nice. I am getting Diner Dash. I'm not hungry. And Madden. Any Madden game.
Wow. I would have liked that one too.
So, what
The
is
listeners
the
are
question?
already calling bias.
Oh man, yo. No, it's all good. You know what? We got some games that we're gonna work with. No excuses. We're gonna make this happen. So let's have to figure out some stuff.
Here we go. First question. Which gives the player more freedom?
Okay.
So what do we?
Do we all
I
answer
just
at
have to-
once?
Yeah. What do we do from here?
No, we
Like,
can take turns. Whoever is ready.
Which one offers more freedom?
Yes.
All right, I'll start first. So I'm gonna go with the pretty SimCity. SimCity in its genetics, it is an open-ended city building video game. So it allows you all the freedom you want to build your city. Whether you want different buildings all across the map. I mean, it is a revolutionary forefront in the open-ended genre. So, I mean, you're talking about originality, you're talking about SimCity. I think it is one of the when you have that freedom to develop the city on however you want, from, starting from a bare patch of land, and you can create into this mega city with malls and stores, and with the iterations of SimCity from the very first one, from, I think it was like called SimCity. I remember when I played with SimCity 2000, so that was awesome. And just the iterations that come, throughout the years, it's hard to argue that this can't be a winner. So I think that in that sense, SimCity offers the most freedom, and there's no end, So if there's no end to the game, I mean, you got your number one winner. So
nice.
Fair enough.
Anyone else ready? Otherwise, I think I am.
Go ahead.
I am going with Nintendogs.
Ooh.
So why does this game give you freedom? So most of us know and play Nintendogs. You take care of a virtual pet. Now, here's where the freedom begins. You can have one dog. You can have two dogs. You can have three dogs. You can have, I think it's up to 3 dogs.
Whoa. Man,
Be a
that's
crazy
lot
dog lady. Yeah.
That's a lot of dogs.
Let's keep the freedom going. You can take care of your dogs. You can neglect your dogs. I mean, if you want to.
I don't know about the neglected, but
No,
okay.
well, here's the thing.
Well,
I mean,
Hey, Peter, we're talking about virtual dogs here.
if you're gonna neglect a pet, it better be a digital one. and this game gives you the freedom to do that if you wanted to.
Man.
Now, if you did want to take care of your dogs, you can play with them, you can bathe them, you can feed, water them, you can. I mean, the game. I play the game so much. There was so much freedom, overwhelming amounts of freedom. I would say. So that is my argument.
All right.
That's cool.
Josh, you ready?
I'm going to take us back
Oh,
to
here
the
we go.
1980s,
Oh.
where you stepped into a glorious room with the sounds of bloops and beeps and a little yellow ball going waka 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 waka. And it allowed you to be free from everyday normal life. And this game did something that the other games from this time didn't do. There was actually a spot that you could hide and not get killed. So if you needed to take a leak, whatever, you could walk away. Be free to walk away from the game. Come back. And you could pick right back up where you left. So I'm going to say Pac-Man. What's the question?
Fair enough. The games that allow the most freedom.
There you go.
You have the freedom to literally not play the game and go do anything else. That's an oddly awesome
Thinking
argument.
outside the box.
All right. So it's my turn, and I
There you
know
go.
my games are Uncharted 2, which I know Kevin would love for me to say Uncharted 2.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not going to say Uncharted 2 though.
Whoa, what?
I'm not going to say Uncharted 2.
Okay.
Now, Crayon Physics Deluxe, I actually have played this game now that I think about it. If you have played this game, you can literally draw any shape, link them together, and create like bridges and stuff out of them. So there's a lot of freedom there. However, I'm not going to say Crayon Physics Deluxe. No.
Okay.
Oh, man. Putting us in suspense.
I am going to say Words with Friends allows the most freedom in video games. Here's why. If you've never played Words with Friends, it is basically Scrabble, but online with friends. It's a phone app. It's nice, but it's basically Scrabble. And if you really take it into consideration what Scrabble is a combination of any English word that you can possibly think of. As long as you have the letters to spell it, you're good. So I looked it up. The second edition of the 20-volume Oxford English Dictionary, published in 1989, contains full entries for 171,476 words in current use and 47,156 obsolete words.
Whoa.
And English is naturally fluid, so it is growing over time with words like YOLO and other things being added to the catalog
Hylian.
every day. And Hylian, yes, or Helian, if you
Helian.
prefer the better pronunciation there. So there you go. If you want choices, I'll give you over 100,000 of them. Boom.
I'm gonna tag on to his argument too. You can also play it mobile, which means you can lock yourself in the bathroom so your kids can't bother you. That's the most freedom possible, right there.
All right. So that's our argument. Discord, tell us who won this one. Yes, you have to choose.
Gotta choose. Yo.
All right, we got one vote for Sergio.
Oh, we got Serge.
One vote for Daryl.
Oh,
I'm pulling.
Yo, Pretty City. Yeah, shout out to James.
All right.
AKA Toad Slick.
It looks like I took this one by an overwhelming score of 2 to 1 to 1 to 1.
Attaboy. Congratulations.
Good stuff, man. I mean, Wars with Friends, though, I used to play that game all the time, too. So I'm, it's a good choice. It's a good choice.
All right. What's our next category?
Okay. Another 3 games for each of us. Let's see. So I'm going to start with Daryl again. Oh my goodness, man. Call of Duty Black Ops.
Okay.
Man, I don't care what the category is. That's going to be my game.
Oh man, Sergio, you heard me.
I know.
Oh man, yo.
Game number 2, Pole Position.
Okay.
Oh.
Game number 3, Super Meat Boy.
Okay.
Now, Kevin. I'm sorry, man.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. Dragon's Lair.
Okay.
Gauntlet.
Ooh.
Oh, darn it. And Pokemon. I wanted that one.
Pokemon?
You're getting Pokemon, man.
Wait. Any Pokemon game?
Yes.
Oh, man, that should be my freedom, man.
Okay.
Sorry. First one's Dragon Slayer?
Yes.
Okay.
Dragon Slayer, Gauntlet, and Pokemon. All right.
Dragon Slayer or Dragon's Lair?
Dragon's Lair.
Dragon's Lair. Okay. I was like layers of
Thanks for the clarification.
Like Dawn Bluth,
blankets,
right? Space Ace, Dragon's Lair. That one. Is that what we're talking about?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
There
All right,
we go.
Josh. Oh man, you're getting The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. So basically, you're going to win this.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. Yo, Pokemon is up in the running. I mean,
So Ocarina of Time is your first game. Your second game, Lunar Lander,
Oh, okay.
and your third game, Burnout.
Oh my gosh! Wow, great games. Okay.
And my 3 games, Centipede,
Fair.
CBS, great, and Cabela's Big Game Hunter.
I don't even know what that is. That sounds pretty awesome, though.
I hope it's a good question. Our second question. Which is more like a movie? Oh my goodness.
Ooh, oh man.
Call of Duty Black Ops is
more
most like a movie.
Yo, man. All right.
If you really think about it, how many movies were made based on times of war and based on times of, you're following soldiers in the war? Man, I can name them, Saving Private Ryan, Black Hawk Down. I could keep going if I really wanted to, but I don't. So I've got to go with Call of Duty Black Ops as the most generic movie-like video game of all time. Boom. That's all I got.
Dang, that was good.
Anyone else ready?
Oh, I can go for sure.
Go for it.
All right, go.
So one of these games I've played on my Switch. That's Lunar Lander. That's the only one though, unfortunately. The other 2 I would love to have played. I mean, really, Lunar Lander. You got Armageddon, right? Very much like Armageddon. If you like that movie, I don't think anybody does.
And who doesn't?
You got Fast and the Furious is basically what Burnout. I mean, it's all about, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Tolkien could have come up with Ocarina of Time. It's that good, and so I'm gonna say that Ocarina is probably the most like a movie.
Nice.
Good stuff, man. And shout out to Fast and Furious. I love that franchise.
And Armageddon.
And Armageddon.
Just realized that Kevin is sitting on a game series that literally has like dozens of movies. This is not fair.
Yeah, man.
It's not cool.
Well, you got Call of Duty, man. So I'll take my chances here. I'll go. I mean, not Pokemon, obviously. Not Pokemon. I'm talking Dragon's Lair. And I actually did not play this game, but I've watched gameplay of it and videos of it. So, with that being said, I mean, the game itself, the first game is developed by an animator and film director, Don Bluth. So, in its genetics, it is a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, the DNA is a movie. And with the Western animation style graphics and just the way it's written, like just the dragon, you're trying to save the princess and all that. I mean, I've seen gameplay where, you know, you're in it's like an arcade cabinet and you're playing the game. We're not really playing, you're watching a movie, right? Because like you're seeing all these cinematic scenes, and then 10% of the time you will actually make an action, you know, determining whether you should swing your sword or dodge the dragon. So, I mean, that aspect, I mean, how can you not think of this as a movie? Like, it is closer to a movie than any of the games that have been mentioned for this category. So I'm telling you, I mean, because, again, in its DNA, it is a movie. Play like a video game, but more so a movie. So there you go.
Nice. Okay, I am going with Cabela's Big Game Hunter. Now, allow me to explain why. So, okay, you're hunting, right? Are you the good guy or are you the bad guy? If you're the animal, are you the good guy or are you the bad guy?
Oh man!
Just imagine yourself as the animal being hunted. That's a thriller right there. I would watch that movie. Movie night. Come on, I got my popcorn ready.
It's called Bambi.
Yeah, it is.
Yo.
That's exactly where I went with it.
Now, as a hunter, you want to hunt, but you know there's, you know, it's not exactly moral. So there's some dilemma there. There's conflict. Conflict is the basis of good movies. That's my case.
Is this a sports hunter or like somebody that's hungry?
Well, see, that's a plot twist, which is a basic element
he
of
gets
the
hungry
best
halfway
movies.
through.
Okay, so quick shout out to G.I. Jello with the best comment of the night. What the heck did I walk into? Yep.
G.I. Jello.
Exactly. Yep. All right, so you guys got to vote. Which game is most like a movie?
I got one vote.
Surge.
One vote for Sergio. Two,
Two,
oh,
three.
landslide.
Oh man!
Okay, all right.
Overwhelming. No, that was a good one. That was a good one for sure.
Cabela's for the win.
I honestly, I feel humbled by that one because I had freaking Call of Duty. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that was tough. I mean, I guess you could have gone more into the World War I, II sort of thing, but I mean, it's tough because Sergio did provide a very good argument. So
I feel like I wasted the good cards in Cards Against Humanity. That's what I feel like just happened.
yeah, man.
All right. Let's go. Next one.
All right,
Here we
next
go.
games. 3 games for Daryl. You're getting The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim,
Okay.
Warcraft 2,
Okay.
and Asteroids.
Fair enough.
There you go. Kevin,
Yo.
Counter-Strike.
Yes. Oh. Okay.
Oh, man. Okay, The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker.
Ooh. Man, wow. That's a good game.
Why
And,
do you give the good ones to the people behind me every time, Sergio?
and Shadow of the Colossus.
Which I played all 3. Wow. Okay.
All right, Josh, you ready?
I'm ready.
You're getting Donkey Kong.
Love it.
We mean Popeye 2, yeah.
You're getting Cow Clicker.
What?
Game of the year.
And, Angry Birds.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Nice.
That's a nice pick. You can use that one for a lot.
That is a very good one.
So I am getting Epic Mickey. The Secret of Monkey Island.
What? Oh my! Oh,
And-
you did not just do that. Oh man, that is.
And Parappa the Rapper.
Oh wow.
I need to step away for like 2 seconds, man. I cannot. Oh
Big
my.
punch, it's all in the mind. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is pretty awesome. Oh man.
The question being, Which has better characters?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
wow. Okay.
I'm not going first on this one.
I got this.
You go for it.
Mario, Jumpman, Mr. Video. I mean, come on. This dude races karts, he golfs, he plays tennis. He spikes people into oblivion and Smash. Best character ever.
He's
Period.
Italian. He might be a plumber. We don't really know.
He was a carpenter, went into plumbing, got into rescuing princesses. Is the cause of a massive genocide of the people of the Mushroom Kingdom because they were all
He
turned into
referees
blocks.
boxing matches.
I mean, what doesn't this guy do?
The
Seriously.
local physician of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Man, he could fight. He could do anything. I mean, he could race too and throw bananas
yeah.
and blue shells. And
I've seen him on horseback. Man. I mean, what doesn't he do?
Oh man, you know what? That is a very good one. But if I may, I'd like to go second because number 2 is my favorite number. So shout out to number 2. I mean, I'm just say right now, when you grow up as a little kid and you're trying to figure out how to have a voice in your life, how to be more vocal and try to speak up and try to stand up for yourself. But sometimes you may not be able to when you first start in life. I mean, we have a character as a silent protagonist in the world of video games that have brought so much joy and peace in life. I mean, we got Link, man. I mean, Link, you think about this kind of character, it is the exemplification of figuring out how to get that voice and how to become strong within. And when you're trying to, sail out into the open sea with the breeze in your feet and in your hair, and you're going to places and you're trying to, just trying to figure out yourself, and you meet this Tetra person who turns out to be a descendant of Princess Zelda, which is a divine character in itself. I mean, you got 2 characters who defined the inner child in you to figure out how to become a stronger person, not by your voice, but by your actions. And I think with Wind Waker, you got the characters. Not a lot. It's not about quality. It's not about quantity. It's not about quantity. It's about quality, and quality shines with the Wind Waker. So that's all I gotta say.
I was honestly gonna back you up with Wind Waker until you chose not the best character in that game.
Oh man.
No. You can't give it to Link. I mean, he's good, but there's so many choices in that game. I mean, you could have gone Tetra, you could have gone Medley, you could have gone Valoo, the gigantic dragon, you could have gone Ganon, who's the most complex Ganon of all time.
That's true, but I think I chose Link just because I think just how relatable he can be, and the fact that he doesn't really talk. He can't. I think it's a solid character, and yeah, there are other choices, but I mean, and yeah, there's the talking boat, and Tingle.
Shout out to Booger Kid. Yeah, Booger Kid is up there.
But yeah, I mean, when it comes to to the main character, I mean, I think for me, it's the number 1 choice. So
all right.
I just have one question then.
Yes.
When you were a kid, if your dad wasn't around, who was the better dad, Mario or Link?
Honestly,
okay,
it was Link.
No,
it was because Mario. The way I saw Mario was okay. This is like true story, right? Like when I first started playing NES, like actually my mom taught me how to play. And she introduced me to this Mario character that I had no idea who this person was, and just trying to figure out how to, like, he can jump and all that. But then later on, when I started playing The Legend of Zelda, I was like, wow. And the thing is, like, when I was a little kid, like, I loved, characters with swords. And, like, my dad would actually talk about some history about, like, Chinese people with these, awesome swords. And we watch movies about him and all that, and
Mario or Link, man.
I said Link. I already said my answer. I was backing it up. So. No, I'm just saying that Link is my choice. with a backstory. So,
All right, go ahead, Sergio. I know what you want to do.
Okay, well, I'm going with Mickey. And I would like to call attention to the full title of the game, and it says Epic Mickey. Epic Mickey. Referring to the character, obviously. And, we discussed earlier that Mario is almost to the level of Mickey, and I do agree with that, especially with the almost on that part. So I'm going with Epic Mickey, and I think, we all know Mickey, and you can clearly tell that I love Disney and everything they do. So, so that is my answer is in the title itself, Epic Mickey.
Okay. All right. So, I'm gonna go with Asteroids. Asteroids has the best characters in gaming.
Back to Armageddon, huh?
Yes,
Yo.
back to Armageddon. Let me ask this: if something wipes out humanity, is that something likely to be Mario, Link, Mickey, or an asteroid? Just saying that in the concept of actual physically believable characters having an impending doom of asteroids circling your ship, freaking you out, you can't control your ship in gravity or in no gravity, and the asteroids are just coming for you. That is a real life example. I'm going to go again to Oscar-winning movie Gravity, if you guys haven't seen it, starring Sandra Bullock, where the main antagonist of that movie, it's not gravity, it plays a part, but it's actually debris and asteroids. So, yes,
Whoa.
I'm going with the best character in video gaming is asteroids.
I need to drink some kombucha right now.
The real silent protagonist.
Hey. Man, I mean, you know what? That was good.
I feel like I'm going to vote for you now.
I think I will too.
All right. You
Man,
guys vote.
I went with the safe choice, which I kind of regret now, but it's all good. I went with all my heart.
Well, I could have gone with Skyrim, but you make your own character, so there's like a decent chance that character is going to be awful. So,
Yeah.
Oh, we have a vote for Josh.
Well, for me, shout out to Coconut.
Another for Josh.
Oh, ooh.
Uh-oh, boys.
man. It's still coming in.
Uh-oh.
Josh takes it. Josh takes it.
There we go.
This really
There
isn't
we
a
go.
vote for Josh. This is a vote for Mario. Let's just be clear.
Who knew Mario was a good character, guys?
Oh, man. Vote for best dad.
Best backup dad.
You know, so
I'm gonna go against that best dad argument just a little bit, because even the characters in his universe agree that he's not really the best dad. I mean, Peach very clearly is not interested, and that's never been more clear than with Odyssey. So I don't know. I can't envision Mario as a dad, and apparently she can't either. So
because
Look, I think it's Pauline is the problem with Odyssey. I think she had a chance to talk to Peach, and something went down, obviously, because he quit rescuing her and started rescuing Peach. So,
Oh man.
yeah, you might be right there. All right. Next
All right.
All
round.
right, here we go. Man, this is pretty awesome.
All right, 3 games for Daryl. Guitar Hero.
What?
best character in a game.
Best character, man.
Punch Out.
Oh.
And Grand Theft Auto 3.
Okay.
All right, Kevin.
Yo, I'm ready.
Miss Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man. Okay.
Final Fantasy 7.
Yes. Okay.
And Lemmings.
You know what? I love that game on the Mac.
Nice.
Mac, man.
All right, Josh.
I'm ready.
Far Cry 2.
Okay.
Space Invaders.
Oh.
And Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, man.
I am getting Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Oh, wow.
Bejeweled.
Oh,
And Res. And the
Res?
question is... Res.
Res,
R-E-Z, right.
oh, Res. Okay.
Question. Which is more strategic?
Okay.
Which is more strategic?
All right, so Kevin's got to go last. He hasn't gone last yet.
I'm gonna go last.
Who wants to kick it off?
Someone in chat says DDR because of cross steps.
I mean, you can choose to play DDR facing backwards. I've seen that. I've seen it a lot. Yeah, you can play it on two pads and cross over them. So yeah, huh? Fair enough. All right. I guess I can kick it out. So between Guitar Hero, Punch Out, and Grand Theft Auto 3, the most strategic game I think is Punch Out. And y'all might be thinking it's basically like a puzzle type game mixed up as a fighting game. You know, you got to read your opponents and you got to dodge and stuff. That's not really my argument. My argument here is Punch Out is literally indicative of a world war. It really, really is, where every boxer comes from a different country and they're all fighting out for dominance of the globe, right? So when I say it's strategic, the U.S. chose probably the least likely person that they could have chosen in Little Mac, who's clearly like something like 200 pounds lighter than every other fighter that he's fighting. However, this was a strategic move because they knew that he was so quick and he could float like a butterfly and sting like a bee, and he could land those star punches that he just might have a shot to knock out everyone. And guess what? It worked. So there. Punch Out is the most strategic video game.
Nice.
Solid.
Anyone else?
Let's see. I mean, look, from what I know of Far Cry, I don't think I started playing the series until 3. And I know they started changing things up, but like, there's got to be some strategy there, right? Like you can't just run in guns blazing, but maybe you sneak around a little bit, but that's all I got.
No.
I mean, short and sweet.
Thank you.
Nice.
There we go.
Coconut chiming in with, "Wow, Josh, take my vote now."
Well, I'm going to go with Bejeweled. Now, we have all played it. We have all strategized with Bejeweled in the past, and probably a lot because it's so strategic. So, there's so many colors that you don't even know which one to go with. So you have to strategize and make a plan. When you see people playing Bejeweled, you see them playing like staring at the screen for like half an hour before they make a move. There's so much at stake, and you have to make the right move. Now, you can match them vertical, horizontal, diagonal, but you have to look at all the options. What's going to happen if I match these 3 here at the bottom? Everything above is going to fall. I have to strategize and be careful. You don't want to run out of time. You want to keep playing, especially if you're in an arcade. So that is my answer.
Nice. Dang.
Play Bejeweled like chess, apparently.
Yeah, you do.
I look at Bejeweled and I only have like 3 options at any given point. But I mean, you've got that 1000 IQ strategy of Bejeweled that I just don't get, I guess.
All right. Save the best for last. I did consider Miss Pac-Man and Lemmings, both of which I played, but I mean, Final Fantasy VII, right from the get-go, you're put into this bomb squad mission, and it takes you into this foray of strategizing how to fight the boss and then get out as quick as possible in the city of Midgar. I mean, that scene and just being introduced to the battle system, trying to figure out how to attack the enemy, how to defend, how to use magic, how to do all these things. And then whilst going through the whole story, every step is a strategy. It's not just about one scene. It's a multiplicative of scenes. I'm not even sure if I'm using that word right. In one go. I mean, we're talking about a story, a romance. There is romance within this, and that in itself is a strategy. So, I mean, I'm talking like Inception beyond inception of a video game that has truly defined what strategy is all about. And no matter what you do, you're always going to take a loss in the form of Eris losing her life.
No.
And what do you do? What do you do to come back?
Spoilers.
To rise beyond. Yeah, spoiler alert. What do you do to come back? What do you need? You need strategy. And that's my choice. Boom! Okay.
Oh, man. Wow.
Toad Slick comes in with, you have to strategically de-equip Eros before she dies.
Hey, and that in itself is a strategy.
Also, Sheik is Zelda.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. The votes are coming.
All right, we got 1 vote for Kevin, 1 vote for Sergio, 2 votes for Kevin.
Oh, man.
3 for Kevin. I think that's
Oh,
it.
man.
Oh, and 1 for Josh. Yeah, I think Kevin takes that one. So we are,
Yes,
as it
I
works
agree.
out, we are all tied at 1.
Thanks.
Oh,
Shout out to y'all.
We each have 1. So, with that, we're going to end the episode. No.
Oh, man. You know, I actually thought I was... Oh, my goodness. Oh, man.
All right.
All right.
Let's do one more. The ultimate
Okay.
tiebreaker.
Okay.
here we go.
Joe, give me some good games, man.
Wait, you got Uncharted too. I mean, come on, man.
Like I said, give me some good games, man.
Okay. Yo, hold up. No, okay. Okay.
All right, Daryl, here you go. Duck Hunt.
Okay.
Wow.
So I can move
Wish
on
I had
to
that
Kevin,
one for
right?
best character, for the record. I could have won that one with a landslide in best character.
Oh, man.
All right. EverQuest.
Okay.
And your third game, Breakout.
Oh, okay.
Here you go, Kevin. Scribblenauts,
Oh, yes.
Worms, and Plants vs. Zombies.
Okay. Very good.
Josh, you're getting Minecraft, Pong, and Jet Grind Radio.
Oh, all right.
Wow, you can take anything with those 3.
And I am getting Super Mario 64,
Ooh.
Prince of Persia, and Gran Turismo.
Okay.
A classic.
The question is, final question. Which is more of a work of art?
Ooh.
Oh, man. You're going to make me argue Duck Hunt for that one?
Oh, man.
All right, I need a second to formulate this one.
All right. Here we go. A work of art, right?
Which
Yo,
is more of
okay.
a work of art?
Okay. Go for it.
You know, I'm gonna go first because it's obviously Super Mario 64. We see today many games, not even just platformers, but games in general, utilizing Mario 64 as the template in control, camera movement, camera placement. So there's so much in Mario 64 that gets carried over to today's games. Like I said, not even just platformers, any genre, any developer, there's always a very small list of games that are used today for as reference, and Mario 64 is definitely the one. So it's a work of art. You know, everyone has played it, everyone loved it. That's what I'm going with.
I do like those paintings in the game. I mean, they are very...
Darn it, I could have said that. Well, I can edit this, right? So I said that, yes.
I mean, I'm just helping you out right there. I'm
Yes,
helping
you
out
can
right there,
you can edit the live episode. They won't notice.
Perfect.
I mean, I beat Mario 64 for the first time last year, so I'll just throw that out there for you guys.
Wait,
Good stuff, man.
isn't your name N64, Josh?
Oh,
I know. It probably should have been GoldenEye, Josh, because I played way more GoldenEye than any other Mario game, except for Mario Kart 64, maybe. So, you know. So I'm gonna go with Minecraft because although on the outside it doesn't necessarily look all that great because it's kind of like really large pixels and can kind of be a little bit, especially at first. You know, when it first came out, it didn't look the best. But then you see what creative people can do within this game. and I've seen the entire like Star Trek Enterprise created inside and out inside this game.
Yeah.
I've seen, you know, I'm a sucker for pixel art, so I've seen just, you know, gorgeous renditions of Mario and Bowser and Peach and Toad and all that stuff. So literally it seems like a tool to create art. So I'm going to go with Minecraft.
Nice.
Wow. I mean, if I were part of the audience, you would have my vote. Oh, man.
All right, Kevin, it's all you.
All right. So when it comes to work of art, it's not just about one piece of art. It's about multiple pieces of art. And in Scribblenauts, we're talking write anything, solve anything. What does that mean? I'm going to tell you right now. When you write anything, you can draw things to come into life, to solve puzzles in the game. I mean, you can draw a car, you can draw a rainbow, you could even draw Cthulhu. That's right. I'm talking Cthulhu, all right? That large winged creature that you may not know, but now you do, okay? You can draw anything in the game. In a revolutionary game like Scribblenauts, it's a work of art to do works of art. You know what I'm saying? So you yourself as a gamer, you're bringing this vision into reality when you're solving these puzzles, and you can draw anything. I mean, how can that not be art? You know, art is subjective, but in this game, you have the power to make works of art, to solve puzzles. And who doesn't like to solve puzzles? If you don't like to solve puzzles, well, sorry to say, I don't know where I was going with that. But my point is
two words for you.
you know what? I got 3 words for you. Play this game, Scribblenauts. It's a work of art for doing works of arts. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, guys, I tried to formulate an argument that Duck Hunt is a work of art, and aside from the dog snickered, I don't know that I can. So I failed you guys. But what that allows me to do is go with the only actual sincere argument I've had this entire time, and I'm actually going to argue for a game that I did not play. So buckle in. I'm against freaking Minecraft and Mario 64, so bear with me. Okay. I'm actually going to make an argument for EverQuest as a work of art. And the reason I say that is if you think of gaming now, the influence of the massively multiplayer online RPG, you really, really feel that. Even in games that aren't in that genre anymore, but games that inspire community and inspire people to actually come together and work on things like, man, how many games have some sort of guild system or party system that people can come together and work on a common goal? I mean, you could even argue games like Splatoon really draw from that. And EverQuest was a kind of a front runner in the MMO genre. It was, according to Wikipedia, which we all know is completely true, it was the first commercially successful MMORPG to employ a 3-dimensional game engine, and the success was on an unprecedented scale. EverQuest has a wide influence on subsequent releases within the market and holds an important position in the history of massively multiplayer online games. This game released, let me make sure of this. Yeah, the game released in 1999, and it kind of, not quite single-handedly, but it kind of created the genre that led to more people being able to come together and grow as a gaming community, which I could argue is kind of what we're doing as a part of Discord and everything now. It's all been linked. It's all been connected. I think it's a beautiful thing. And honestly, this is a sincere argument. Honestly, I do think that is a work of art, even though I did not play the game.
Solid argument. Ooh. Man, this is, wow, I don't even know. This is like,
Did you also have Shadow of the Colossus? Was that the other one you had? Or was that the other round?
Oh, I had that in one of the rounds. Oh my gosh, I would have totally used that.
Okay.
Man.
All right, Sergio already has 2 votes.
Oh, man.
Oh, I got a vote.
Oh,
I got 2 votes.
Oh, 2
You got 2. You got 2. Oh.
Somebody tie break it.
Come on. Yo. Show some love for us, Josh, and me too.
Josh got one.
Josh.
Got one.
Hey, for the record, I can't believe Josh isn't winning this. I think Minecraft was the choice,
Yes.
but whatever.
I think so too. Yeah.
Kevin got
Ooh.
one.
Oh,
Wait,
man.
who hasn't voted?
Shout out to Toad Slick.
Who hasn't voted? It's me versus Kevin, or me versus Sergio. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, Darkus, you already voted.
You already voted. You tried to vote twice.
Nice try.
Yo, okay.
All right. So, Kevin and Josh, in the case of not having a tiebreaker, you guys decide who gets it.
Oh wait, Shy Guy had Oh, okay. Man.
Now there's a
Wait,
three-way
did
tie.
did Shy?
No, he said
Oh,
Josh.
you didn't vote before.
Josh. Oh.
Okay, so Kevin, between the three of us, it's your choice.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh, goodness gracious. I mean, okay. Wow, I'm gonna break the tiebreaker.
G.I. Jello says settle it and smash. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, I approve that message. We'll be good
You
with
approve
that
that one? Man, you know what? Gosh, you want me to choose? Man, that's tough, man. I like all three of y'all. I mean, I think we got some good solid choices, but I have to say Minecraft edges out. I mean, just the impact that it has for a lot of kids who play the game to find a voice in creating something in a digital world. I mean, it's tough to argue that case. So I would have to say Minecraft is the winner by a slight margin.
I think that's the right choice.
Yes,
personally.
exactly. Like it makes sense logically, and he presented it well. So it's
Right, yeah. So shout out to, I mean, you're already here. So I was going to say shout out to Josh, but you're already here.
Yeah, I
don't
just
know why
gotta
have
say,
it.
thanks, man, for coming on our podcast and schooling us at our own game. That's great. I appreciate that.
Oh, hey, my pleasure. Anytime.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, appreciate you having me on. Yeah.
That was our game. I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really did. I think we'll do a few more of these. The live episode actually went a little bit better than I even expected it to. So we'll try to do some more of these too. Josh, thanks again for coming on this. I think this was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. I love going on other shows. And I often hear from my community, they're like, we like it when you go on other shows because like I don't have to run anything. I can just kind of, just talk. So
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I didn't expect us to start after 20 minutes. And, during those 20 minutes, I mean, we had some good talks about the process. Is like, oh, dang. I mean, it's getting pretty philosophical here. So, I mean.
G.I. Jello says plug away, Josh. He's on 40 other podcasts.
Yeah.
So, we brought you on. Definitely spread the word about us. No, I'm kidding. No, thanks honestly for coming on. Everybody who's listening to this, please check out N64 Josh. He does a lot of good stuff. So, definitely appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Definitely. Well, it is time to jump out of here. Thank you so much for listening. And again, from my side as well, a huge thanks to Josh for joining us tonight, man. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine.
If you haven't already, you may want to join our Discord group. There's a link to it in the description of this episode. You can also follow us on social media. We are on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as the Nintendo Jump. Our episodes are on YouTube. Feel free to leave us a comment about anything we discussed today. Let us know what you think of the metagame or any discussion or topics that you would want us to talk about on the show. We also ask that you please give us a review on your podcast application of choice. We would really appreciate it. And we welcome your feedback via social media or via email at nintendojumppodcast@gmail.com. Once again, this is Sergio, and on behalf of Josh, Daryl, and Kevin, thank you for listening, and we hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.